Welcome to video lecturing on BSc first semester mathematics on matrices. This is session 22 on system of linear equations. So in this session we are going to study about the criterion for existence and uniqueness of solution of non-homogeneous system. And the recap of the previous session, in the previous session we have studied the examples on non-trivial solutions of homogeneous system. The learning objectives of this session are to understand the meaning of non-homogeneous system, existence and uniqueness of solution of non-homogeneous system. And the outcome of this session is, after completion of this session, students will be able to understand the criterion for existence and uniqueness of solution of non-homogeneous system. So let us see about the system of non-homogeneous linear equations. So here, this we have seen in previous sessions also. That is, first you have to consider system of linear equations. In this linear equations, if RHS, if at least one of the RHS is not equals to 0, then we can call this one as a system of equation is called as a non-homogeneous linear equations. So this system of equation can be represented in matrix form as Ax is equals to B, where A is the coefficient matrix obtained from the system of equations, and X is the matrix of unknowns and B is the matrix of constants of RHS. Let us take the consistency criterion. To check the consistency of the given system Ax equals to B, we have to first form the augmented matrix. That is, augmented matrix is A colon B and it is equals to coefficients of the system of equations unknowns, coefficient of unknowns in the system of equations colon RHS B1. That is, here first row is A11, A12 etc. up to A1n colon B1. Like this we have second, third row etc. up to mth row also, like this only. Next let us take a criterion for the uniqueness of the system. Here we have three cases. That is, case 1 is m is equals to n. That is, number of equations is equals to number of unknowns. So here, if number of equations is equals to number of unknowns, then we have seen here as it is a square matrix. Then the system of equation Ax equals to B has a unique solution if A is non-singular. That is, if determinant of A is not equals to 0. So that it means rank of A is equals to rank of A colon B is equals to R, which is less than n. That is number of unknowns. So then the system of equation Ax is equals to B has infinite solution. So that is, here the system of equation has infinite solution only when rank of A is equals to rank of A colon B is equals to R, which is less than the number of unknowns. This also we have seen in previous sessions also. And second case is when m greater than n. Then the system has unique solution if rank of A is equals to rank of A colon B is equals to R, it is equals to n, that is the number of unknowns. Then in this case here the system has a unique solution. And last one is case 3, when m less than n, in the system we will have infinite solution. So in this case rank of A is equals to R, which is less than the number of unknowns. Let us take one example in this. Solve 3x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equals to 3. Second equation is 2x1 minus 3x2 minus x3 is equals to minus 3. And third equation is x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 is equals to 4. And the solution is, first you have to write the augmented matrix is A colon B is equals to. So first you have to write the first element 3, 1, 2 colon 3, and second row is 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3, and third row is 1 2 1 colon 4. And here you have to find the rank of the matrix by applying row operations to this. That is, you have to convert this one into echelon form. So for that, here let us interchanging R1 and R3, because here if the first element of first row is 1, then it will be easy to convert this one into echelon form. So here we are interchanging first and third row. So it is first row becomes 1 2 1 colon 4 and third row becomes 3 1 2 colon 3 and second row remains as it is. So now we are applying row operations. Here R2 changes to. So here as we have seen In second row it is second row here, second row is 2, no? To make this one 0, you have to use here R2 changes to here, R2 changes to R2 minus 2 times of R1. So that is you will get 2 minus 2 0, and like that you will get here. And to make this third, this element 0, you have to change R3 here. That is R3 changes to R3 minus 3 times of R1. So you have to apply these row operations. Then you will get this matrix. First row is 1 to 1 colon 4, this as it is. Second row becomes 0 minus 7 minus 3 colon minus 11. And third row becomes 0 minus 5 minus 1 colon minus 9. This I have explained many times. I hope all of you can understand this step here very easily. And lastly, we want to make these two elements 0. We want to make these two elements 0 here. So for that we have to use this row operation. So that is R3 changes to 7 R3 here, because here we have 7 no? And here we have 5, and interchanging these two coefficients here, that is R3 changes to 7 R3 minus 5 R2. You will get this last row, that is here 7 times of minus 5, then it is minus, then it is minus 5 times of R3 is minus 7, it is minus into minus plus, these two get cancelled. So you will get here third row as 0 0 8 colon minus 8. So this implies here rank of A is equals to, there are 3 non-zero rows in matrix A, and there are 3 non-zero rows in A colon B also. So they are equal, it is equals to number of unknowns. Hence the system is consistent and has a unique solution. Let us reconstructing the system of equation from this final form of A colon B. We have it is x plus 2y plus 1 is equals to 4. From this we know here. This we know. From this we can say here, this we know 1 x plus 2 y plus 1 z is equals to 4. You will get here x1 plus 2 x2 plus x3 is equals to 4, and minus 7 x2 minus 3 x3 is equals to minus 11, and 8 x3 is equals to minus 8. So from third equation we have here x3 is equals to a minus a divided by 8 gives minus 1, and equation 2 implies here, equation 2 implies this one. Equation 2 implies, from this we can say here, equation 2 implies what here? This is minus 7 x2 is equals to minus 11 plus 3 x3, multiplying on both sides with the minus sign. So minus get cancelled, this is cancelled, this cancelled, it becomes here, this becomes minus. So it is what here, 11 minus 3 x3 it is. So it is 1 divided by 7. This gives here 1 divided by 7 into 11 minus 3 x3. So this implies what here? This implies here x2 is equal, substitute here, substitute in this value, you have to substitute here x2 is equals to 1 divided by 7 into 11 minus 3 into x3, x3 here is minus 1. So simplify this, 11 plus 3 it is, 11 plus 3 is 14, 14 divided by 7 gives here x is equals to 2. Similarly, equation 1 implies here, from this equation 1 implies what? x1 is equals to 4 minus 2x2 minus x3. So what we have here in this, you have to substitute 4 minus 2x2, x2 is 2, then minus x3, x3 is how much here? Minus 1 it is, minus into minus plus 1, that is 4 get cancelled, so it is minus into minus plus 1. So we have here x1 is equals to 1 you will get. So thus, hence what we have here, hence we have x1 is equals to 1, x2 is equals to 2, and x3 is equals to minus 1 is the required solution. I have given some multiple choice questions. You solve these questions yourself and find the solution. I have given solution also. The only thing is you have to verify for this. So this is all about this today's session, session number 22. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.